and I have struggles. I have real life struggles. You guys have seen that. I've struggled with my diet, with my weight loss. I've struggled, with my energy levels, with my depression, with jobs, just all real life stuff. So if you're looking for somebody whose life is glamorous and awesome and wonderful, I'm obviously not the channel for you. And there's a lot out there, so you should have no problem finding those type of channels. But if you want to watch somebody just dealing with real life in their 60s, here you go.
I wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every
Okay, I thought we would film somewhere a little bit different tonight. I'm in the garage. I I'm too keyed up to fall asleep, so I thought I'm just going to come out here and do some laundry. It's already after 11, so obviously I'm not going to be getting up and going out at 5 in the morning, but I didn't think that was going to happen anyway, to be honest. Um, I need to plan ahead of time. If I'm going to work the morning schedule, I know that I need to be home in bed by no later than 8 p.m. And I didn't even get home till after 9. I think it was like 9:30 tonight. So I knew it wasn't going to happen, but that's the plan for at least. I think I'm going to try and do it on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I still have to pick the kids up, but it's their last 3 days, and they all have minimum days, so I wouldn't be able to do it then. But after that, I'm going to buckle down and do it. So, but anyway, I don't know if I already mentioned this earlier about how, stressed I am for obvious reasons. I mean, like to the point I wanted to run out into the forest and just scream, because I bottle things up. I'm not one to openly discuss when I have stressful things going on. I mean, I share it online on YouTube. It's part of my channel. I try to be real and raw and open with you guys, and it's easy because I'm talking to a camera. It's not, I don't have the immediate interaction. I don't have to worry about what you're going to say to me, until later on when I read the comments. And they're amazing, by the way. I am blown away by how thoughtful and kind the vast majority of you are. Just blows me away. You don't know how much it helps me. You tell me that you like my channel, you enjoy it, and that makes me happy. But the things that you say to me, you just don't even realize how helpful it is for me, especially going through this period right now, because I don't talk about it in my real life, because I just feel like it's so it just festers. It festers and I dwell on it, and I make it into more of a problem than it needs to be, because like they say, when you talk about a problem, it ceases to be a problem. When you're able to discuss it with other people and share it. But I haven't gotten to that point yet. I just like to, I don't know, hold it in, I guess, and that's unhealthy. And like I said, it makes me want to run out into the forest and just scream, but I'm afraid I'll just snap. You know what I mean? So I'm trying really hard to find healthy ways of releasing this toxic energy that I'm feeling right now. And that's what this is, talking to you guys, sharing it, and then reading the comments. And when I hear from other people that are going through the exact same thing, and they tell me that they appreciate that I'm bringing this out in the open, talking about it, it helps them. In return, that helps me, knowing that it makes me feel so much better. So this is cheaper than therapy. And it's basically what I'd be doing if I went in to see a therapist. I'd be sitting there just saying all the stuff I'm saying to you guys. So yeah, it's been very, very helpful. But I'm going to be stressed. Who wouldn't be stressed, in this situation? And until I start bringing in a guaranteed income, you know, I'm going to be worried. But yeah, tonight I went online and started reading the comments when I was feeling really anxious. You know, I try to breathe. That does help, believe it or not. Just deep breaths. I was hangry, you know, my blood sugar was low, and eating helped, and staying hydrated. But just reading the kind, funny, sweet comments that you guys leave, it makes me feel heard, you know, validated and understood. And I appreciate that, you know, because I've actually had just a few comments where, you know, basically somebody told me I was whining and complaining, and I thought, yeah, I am. You know, I am whining right now. I'm upset. I'm sharing. I'm sorry. And I just said, if you don't want that kind of content, then don't come here. This is my journey. This is my life. I'm sad. When I'm sad, I share it. When I'm happy, I share it. You know, I'm just trying to release some of this anxiety. And that's why I appreciate those of you that are like friends that understand and care and make me feel better instead of worse. You know, when I read comments like that, it's like I'm supposed to feel responsible for her being upset with my channel. It's like, if you're upset with my channel, then don't watch it. You know, my content isn't for everybody. It's just um, me sharing what I'm going through, in hopes, you know, that other people that are going through something similar um, know they're not alone. And maybe I can offer some advice. Hopefully, I can get through this situation, and they can see what I'm doing, and hopefully it'll help them and encourage them. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. But yeah, when I get the kind of remarks like you guys give me, the funny ones, the silly ones, like a brother would tell me, you know, because my brother would just, he always makes me laugh. So when you guys say funny things, you know, I feel like you care, you know, and I appreciate that. I need that right now. It's it's keeping me going because, like I said, I do tend to dwell on things. I do worry. It's my personality. It's just the way I am. But and it's nighttime. If you've been watching me for any length of time, you know how I am at nighttime. My moods are way down, and then in the morning I'm going to wake up and I'll be all chipper again. It's how I roll. And this is life. You know, this is real life. My life isn't perfect, but I still feel like I have a good life. You know, I have family, I have friends, you know, and I have struggles. I have real life struggles. You guys have seen that. You know, I've struggled with my diet, with my weight loss. I've struggled, you know, with my energy levels, with my depression, with jobs, just all real life stuff, you know. So if you're looking for somebody whose life is glamorous and awesome and wonderful, I'm obviously not the channel for you. That, you know, and there's a lot out there, so you should have no problem finding those type of channels. But if you want to watch somebody just dealing with real life in their 60s, here you go. And you know, like I said, it's not the end of the world. I mean, even as bad as I feel sometimes, it's it's not the end of the world. It's just an obstacle, and I just have to find a way to overcome it, like I have all the other obstacles in my life. You know, I've made it this far, and it's not like I've never had any obstacles. I've had more than my share, but you know, the whole idea is you just keep getting up, you know, and going at it. You don't let it hold you down. Man, I am tired. It's like 11 something. But yeah, so I just mainly wanted to thank you guys for being so amazing, so kind. You know, it's funny because you can get thousands of great comments, and I really do. Well, maybe not thousands, but you know, I get hundreds of amazing comments. You know, every time I'm smiling from ear to ear when I read some of your comments. They're just so sweet and so kind. And then I probably get like five bad comments. And those are the ones that stick in my head. You know, I can't recite all the good comments that I've gotten because I've gotten so many, but I can recite all the bad ones. It's like human nature. You know, I was listening to Tanya Talks Too Much today, and she was saying the same thing, you know, because she's amazing. She's an absolutely wonderful human being, and I love her channel. And she's real and she's honest and she just is open. And for somebody to criticize her, it pissed me off more than it pisses me off when they criticize me, because it's like I see what a wonderful person she is. But anyway, she was just saying how that one comment really affected her, and I thought it's crazy. It's crazy how, you know, and it's the negative comments obviously come from negative people, so we shouldn't care, right? Those should be the ones that we don't even think about, but yet we do, you know. Like I said, I get so many amazing comments, and yet I think about the top 5 worst ones I get. I need to get my teeth fixed. I need to change my glasses. They don't like the way I wear my eyeshadow. They don't like my big heavy head wraps. They don't like my blouses. You know, I hear, or I wear too much jewelry. And it's like, you just targeted me, my appearance. So really that means nothing. That's invalid. It doesn't matter what you think of my appearance. I'm a good person, you know, regardless whether you hate my glasses and whether I change them, or I change the way I wear my eyeshadow, you know. It's like, that's what you see. That's all these people see that make those comments. They don't see me. They, you know, the ones that see me are the ones that, you know, validate me by saying, you know, they can see that I'm fighting the good fight, and that I'm trying, and that I'm a good grandma. And, you know, those are the people that I should care about. You know, they see me. But the people that just comment on my appearance, you know, obviously that's all that matters to them. So it's like, why would I validate what they say? You know, I usually don't. But if I just focused on those, I would come home and take a bath with the toaster, you know. But for some reason, you know, those are the ones that stick in your head. But I don't care. Obviously, I'm not changing none of that. If I cared, I'd be like, what? They don't like my glasses? I don't care. But it still bothers me that they focused on that. It's like, really? That, you know, I poured my heart out. You know, I'm sharing all these parts of my life, telling you, you know, what's going on. And you're like, you need to get your teeth fixed. Actually, I have. I've had a lot of work done. You know, I can't afford to have any more work done. I'm sorry that it's displeasing to you, but at this point, I've decided I don't need to spend any more money. Um, I'm fine. I'm fine with it. I mean, if you're not fine with it, then you probably shouldn't watch me, because you know, I live with my smile. I've had a really bad smile most of my life, and I did get my front teeth fixed, and it did help, because I used to not be able to smile. And now I can smile, which is nice. But I used to have to hold my hand in front of my mouth all the time. So yeah, those do kind of bother me a little bit, because I was always so insecure about my teeth. And then to spend thousands of dollars to fix them because they were so much worse. And then to still have people say, you know, rude comments. It's like, oh, how? But obviously it's not going to bother me that much, because I'm not going to go get my teeth fixed anymore. I brush them. Right now it's just more about, you know, keeping up with my health more than anything else. So, wow, this is a lot longer than I thought. I'm going to have to edit out half of the stuff I was going to put on before this. Darn it. And it was good stuff. Oh, well, I'm going to throw my clothes in the dryer, and I'm not going to fold them till God only knows when. I was going to say tomorrow, but we know that's not going to happen. So anyway, for those of you that make wonderful, awesome comments, God bless you. You really do help me a lot, and I appreciate you so much. So thank you, and I will see you in the next video.